Hi, this is Lisa Tanner, and I am so glad you could join me today to be with Tamara Monosoff. She is an incredible resource for authors, and I actually have a book right here. One of my clients, Stephanie O'Leary, just published her
Yay.
book, and she used all of Tamara's tips, and not just her tips, but her system. And you're going to be learning about some of that today. But it is such a great way to not just make money with your book, but really connect with your readers in powerful ways, make a bigger difference for them, and really support your business and your work in the world and getting your message out in a much bigger way. I know Tamara's had clients get shared on Oprah with the system she's going to share with you. So this is really, really big and really fun. Tamara's always fun to work with. I always enjoy her tips. I always learn something myself, even when I'm hearing, the same class. There's always new stuff that I'm getting because her calls are so information rich. So we're really lucky to be here today with Tamara. And Tamara, thank you so much for sharing yourself as a resource and your system for making money with the book.
Lisa, thank you so much for having me and inviting me to speak to your community of authors. It's an honor to be here, and I get excited about this because it's exactly what you're talking about. It's fun. It's learning new ways to engage your readers, sometimes in ways that you never imagined possible, and then teaching, or then those can then turn into all different ways in which to generate income. So yay, thanks for having
Yay.
me.
My pleasure. And I just want to say, I want to read your bio so people can get a little bit more of some of the specifics of what you do. But I'll also say that I was introduced to you by a client of mine, Bridget Engel, who wrote a wonderful book. And Tamara helped her use that book to really take off her business with retreats and with training. And it's really been wonderful to see that rise of all she's done. And so you're going to learn some great stuff, but let's start with the official bio. Tamara is a social entrepreneur, professional, creative marketer, and #1 best-selling author of 7 business books for entrepreneurs, digital marketing experts, media contributors, educators, speakers. She's an award-winning inventor and a leading voice for women in business. And she was also the founder of Mom Invented, a globally recognized brand. She's gotten tons of publicity for that. I could go on and on and on, but I know you have great material to share with us today. So I'm just going to say one more thing, and that is when I work with authors, and I really want everybody to take this message in. You're on this call, so you probably have some sense of this already. But your book will do so much better when you have a whole business plan around it and you have ways that your book is going to bring in income, because I've seen it both ways. I've seen it happen where somebody doesn't have those extra ways the book brings in income, like consulting or webinars or coaching or training or other ways that they bring in income. And what happens is that, the book sales alone just don't justify PR expenses and all the other things that can really get your message out there and make your book take off. So this is really important, not just for a business, but it's really important if you want to get your message out there in a big way and make a difference. So without further ado, Tamara.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And everything that you just shared is so true. And it's true whether you are an aspiring author or a published author. I think what's really interesting, Lisa, is how many published authors come back and take my training because they didn't get the results that they were hoping for. And so I'm hoping that what we will learn today will inspire the authors that are joining us today. And let's just say hello to who's in the room. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Carol. Hi, Danette. And also, let me just say this, Lisa, if people are on their phone, they won't be able to join in on the chat. So I'm hoping that you can get to a computer if you want to ask questions. And Lisa, please chime in anytime.
Okay,
And I invite questions as we go along, okay?
great. Perfect.
Okay, great. I'm going to switch to the slides and we'll get started. We have a lot to cover and I get really excited. As you know, oops, wait, can you see? Did something, let me just see what happened here really quickly. And here we go. All right, we should be good to go in just a second. Lisa, tell me if we can see the slides now. Are you able to see? You muted yourself, Lisa.
Yes, I can see the slides.
Yay! Okay.
And do we need me on screen? Because I was trying to see if I can take myself off screen if we...
Yeah, along the top of the screen, you can hover your mouse and there should be a little camera that you can click on or off. Can you see that?
Oh, yes, there we go.
Okay,
Thanks.
perfect. Yeah, all right. So here we go. This is 5 surprising ways to radically boost your income with your book. And Lisa gave me a wonderful introduction, so I'm not going to spend time on this. I will only probably add one little thing, and that is that I'm traditionally published through McGraw-Hill, and I'm self-published, which is pretty interesting to have my feet in both worlds. So if there are any questions about that that come up with regards to what we're talking about today, just know that I welcome those types of questions as well. Okay, so let's dive right in. We have lots to cover, and my goal is to give you clear, actionable steps that you can use immediately following this, our time together. And also, Lisa, I wanted to say that I threw in a special bonus that is one of my favorite tools, and it's the Author Income Generator template, which helps you map out all the different ways in which you can generate income. And I thought that'd be a perfect way to kick off 2017. And I'm also including a sample that I've already filled out so people can pick and choose what they like and add it right into their own plans.
Thank you so much, Tamara. That is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to using it myself and sharing it with the folks on the call.
Yeah, great. Yeah, and the reason why I created this template is because I feel like when you get it down on writing about all these different ways that you're going to generate income, it becomes clear, and then it's easier to achieve it. So, yay! Okay, so we'll give that out to everyone who's here on the call with us.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to talk about 5 simple income boosters. I'm going to tell you about a special opportunity that's coming up, and I'm going to share my hot bonus income booster of how I earned $14,000 extra cash in 72 hours, and how you can too. It was a really interesting experiment, and I can't wait to tell you how to do it. And then we'll open it up to Q&A. So I'm just wanted to share with you, I've hit #1 on, as Lisa mentioned, numerous books, but why I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to know that it's not accidental, that it is totally strategic, and that I'm telling you this because I know that you can do this too. My students are getting phenomenal results, and they're able to hit #1 too using these strategies. Also, stepping into the media builds your credibility and magnifies your message powerfully. And up here is, I launched one of my books here on the Today Show with, this is with Kathy Lee and Hoda. And it escaped my mind for a second. Here is CNN. This was a decade ago with Katie Couric on the Today Show also. And then last year on CNBC News, I did 3 segments for them based on the content of my book. So I'm wanting you to really be thinking about this because I absolutely know that you can achieve this too. And media is a whole nother conversation, Lisa, but the reality is that the media is hungry and looking for new content. And think about it, they are looking for new stories 24/7. And so this is a huge opportunity for authors. So when I first launched my books, almost nothing happened. And I was just baffled because, of course, you put your whole heart and time and effort into creating a book, and you're putting your best self forward, and then it can be so disappointing. And I'm wondering if this has happened to anyone here on this webinar, or if you worry about this happening, if you haven't launched yet, if you're worried about it. Type yes into the chat if this is something that has concerned you as well. So, after my friends and family purchased my book, there was really silence. And so that's when I got to work trying to figure out, okay, how do I need to market my books differently so that they stand out? And that's what I'm going to be talking to you a bit today with as well. Okay, so Amazon prints 4,500 books per day. And this is not even including Kindle books. And Kindle wouldn't share those numbers with me, so I suspect they're much, much higher than that. So I'm not telling you this to depress you. What I'm encouraging you to think about is, now more than ever, you need to think about how you're going to stand out from the rest. Okay, how are you going to do it? And if you were like me, this is what I was thinking about. So if you're writing a book now, or if you've written a book and now you're thinking about, wait a second, now that I've written it, I have to market it. How do I do that? And how do I build a powerful author platform that's profitable? How do I make my book interactive, which most authors don't think about? And we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And how do I become a #1 Amazon bestseller, get in the media spotlight, and find the right tools? And also, there's like two things that happens. One is some of us need to earn income immediately, and then we need to strategize and plan about other ways in which we can make money beyond the book. So the author to income formula has 6 interconnected strategies, and it all ties back to creating a powerful and profitable author platform. And one is through interactivity and engagement with your readers. And also, and today we're going to focus on different ways you can generate income with your book and beyond, and becoming an Amazon bestseller, which of course then helps you get into the media spotlight, which then of course helps strengthen your author platform. And then here
can I just add one other thing?
Yes.
And the other thing about being a bestseller on Amazon is, once you hit that, it sort of does something on Amazon, which is of course not just a search engine for books, which is important, but the biggest search engine there is for anything to buy. And once you hit the bestseller status, right, it does something with Amazon's tool for sort of highlighting certain books, and you're much more likely to come up in searches. Isn't that right?
You're absolutely right. I'm glad you brought that up. So what happens is, when you hit #1, you get picked up in Amazon's algorithms, and they start pushing and promoting your book. So it suddenly takes on a life of its own, and you have the power and backing of Amazon. So it really is an important strategy in strengthening your author platform. Thanks, Lisa. That's a great point.
Sure.
So we're going to talk a little bit about making your book interactive, because it is directly tied to making money. So people, as you well know, are watching videos, and YouTube, you've probably heard, have over 1 billion users. And this is a staggering statistic, is that people watch hundreds of millions of hours on YouTube. And this is something new that is just unbelievable. At least Facebook Live, I've been streaming on live, and I'm blown away what's happening, because it's the same thing that's happening with Amazon, is that when you start streaming on Facebook Live, which is only about 6 months old at this point, when you start streaming live on Facebook, they are also picking you up in their algorithms and helping promote your videos. So I will maybe offer a tip and have a few people that have joined me, and by the end of the day, I'll have hundreds of views, because the videos are being picked up by Facebook and being pushed out. Very powerful marketing tool. And that 8 billion daily views, I mean, it's hard to even wrap your brain around that. Also, this is a really interesting statistic, and I think this was Forrester research, says that videos increase people's understanding of your books, products, programs, or services by 74%. So what does this have to do with your book? It has everything to do with your book, because if you're questioning, oh, should I do this? Should I make my book interactive? The answer is a resounding yes. And if you've self-published, you can go back if you've already published your book and add these in. And if you are with a traditional publisher, you can introduce this concept, which I did with McGraw-Hill. They said yes, and so you can put out a second edition in some cases. So it is absolutely worth doing this, because Readers today are digesting information differently than ever before. They are watching videos. So this is something that, authors have to consider, and we have to adjust the way we're presenting our material so that readers can consume it differently. Okay, so adding video is a powerful way to engage people, engage your readers so that they trust you, because they trust you much more quickly than if it was just a one-dimensional book. And it makes your content more interesting. And you can use your book now as a marketing tool to drive traffic back to your website, to your sales pages, to your freebies, your opt-in pages, wherever you'd like your readers to go. So for example, first of all, most of us never leave home without this phone in our hand. So I want you to know that you have the opportunity to be on people's phones and really connect with them on a deeper level. So I, in one of my books, put over 50 videos, and the result was phenomenal. It took on a life of its own in terms of engagement and income. And I'll just say that I don't want to jump ahead, but I'll show you in a minute how responsive people were to those videos. But let's first talk about why this is important. When you have a one-dimensional book, there isn't this opportunity to connect on a deeper level. What happens when a reader is thinking about buying a book, let's say it's a self-help book and it's about nutrition, how to change your lifestyle, improve your diet, and have more energy. And so you go into Amazon, which is the biggest search engine, Google and Amazon, and you're searching for a book to help you. So you're approaching it from your head. But then videos are in your book, and now you're sharing, as the author, personal stories that enrich and deepen the content. You're sharing stories from others. You're sharing maybe tips and information on video. And now these people are seeing you, they're connecting with you, they're hearing your stories, they're understanding, and now it's touching them in their heart. And this is creating whole new pathways of thinking in their minds. And so the whole dynamic of making your book interactive creates a human connection on an entirely new level. Really quickly, nothing thrills me more than reviews that I have not asked for. And particularly these reviews stood out for me because people were commenting on the videos. And I'll just quickly say, Carlton said, love the included videos. Rashandra said, this is the first book I've come across that utilizes web technology the right way with digital version. Another one says, she provides videos and many links to resources that I have been searching for a while. I'm a new fan. And the last one says, it is filled with so much valuable information. The personal and interactive stories of the entrepreneurs in the handbook make this book so unusual. So it really is having an impact, and people are responding. So let's just think about this in terms of your book being a marketing tool. Not only are you creating a richer experience, turning your one-dimensional book into an interactive book, but now all of the links in your book are driving people to what I want you to think about is the center of the universe is your website. So now your video on your book introduction on video, you're introducing your chapters on video and leading your readers through the book. You can offer videos of other people that enrich and deepen the content of your book. And you can do this through QR codes, which are quick response codes, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. And you don't want to be sending people off to YouTube. You want to be sending your videos from YouTube to your website, okay? Because if you send people off to YouTube from your book, you're going to lose them because they're going to start watching cat videos, and then that's it. You're not going to get them back. So you've got to make sure to have everything directing to your website, including if you do an audio book and any offers, free offers that you include. So this is a quick response code. You've likely seen these codes. And this is a branded code, and this is really powerful because my readers know that when they see this branded code, that it's a personal video message from me. So this was what I included on the back cover of my book, and in it I told the readers what they were going to learn and how they were going to benefit from reading my book. During my classes, my Author to Income class, I don't just tell you how to do things, I show you. And that's why my students rave about this class, because when they leave my class, they know how to do these things and how to make it happen. So for example, when you do this, you have to just put an app on your phone. It's free. And then you link the QR code in your book to your video, and it shows up on people's phones just like that. And of course, I show you exactly all the steps to do that. I always, and I mentioned this, always include an introduction and invite people on video. I introduce each chapter, and this is a way not only for your readers to get to know you and like you and want to work with you on a deeper level, but you are leading people through your book. You're saying, hi, it's Tamara. Welcome to chapter 1. In this chapter, you're going to learn X, Y, and Z. Right? So very simple, could be 30 seconds, just showing your face and showing them that you care about their experience and what they're going to learn. You always want to include the URL as well, just in case they don't have access to a phone. Highly unlikely, but possible. So then you can also include the links there. So this is the power of including other people in your book. So I had, as I mentioned, 50 other entrepreneurs include their stories. And I asked them not to promote their businesses, but instead share their stories about building their business. Now think about this with regards to your area of expertise. What stories could people, or expert tips could people offer that would help your readers really take things to the next level? And nothing thrills me more than having a code in a story scanned onto someone's phone, and then you make sure that each of the videos are on your own web pages. You're not sending them off to other people's web pages. You're putting it on your own web page next to your own opt-in where they can get a freebie, and then it leads to tagging them and adding them to your email list. So really powerful to use your book as a way to start building your list and community. Another great opportunity for you, depending on the content that you have, I mean, it can be anything really, Lisa. It can be meditation. It can be, you know, I have every type of author in my group. I have angel experts to cyberspace security experts, and everyone in between. And you think about, you know, how what other experts you can invite to be on camera with you. And the reason why this is important is because not only does it give the reader something, you know, takes things to the next level for them, but in addition, you're able to add content and drive traffic to your guest experts, and it sets you as the expert, but then it also brings along another expert as well. John, in fact, had to stop accepting new clients. He had never been on camera before, and which is, right, a good problem to have, but he had never been on camera before, and we did this, and he got amazing results. So here is Money Booster number 1. Lisa, I'm going to jump straight into the Money Boosters unless there's any questions or anything.
We can see if anybody has any questions. They can put it in the chat box. I see some, you know, there's some fun chatting going on, but we're really just saying how great this is.
Oh,
we're all getting great ideas. Sherry's getting ideas. I'm getting ideas.
Oh, yay. Okay, good. I'm so excited. Okay, great. So just go ahead and post your questions, and Lisa, I'll leave it up to you to chime in when you want me to pause, okay?
Great. And yeah, anybody who has questions, please just put them in the chat box if you're on the web.
Okay, perfect. Right, if you're on the web. Okay, so this is your Money Booster number 1. So with Money Booster number 1, I want you to be thinking about people that will support your content and allow them or invite them to offer tips and bonuses for your readers. And here's the thing. Let's say that, you know, Lou, who is a friend of mine, let's say he has, sorry about that. Let's say that Lou has a wonderful program that I just love and support. I only put content and guests in my book if I truly believe in what it is that they offer, and I truly believe that it is of value to my readers. And so let's say that this is, there's a program that Lou has that I know is going to be very valuable for my readers. Then this can be an affiliate link. right? Where you say, hey, this is my partner, Lou, and he has this amazing program, and you can learn more about it here. And then that could be an affiliate link to go to Lou's program. So you see the possibilities here. It's pretty amazing. You can also have sponsorships. So for example, I'm just making this up, but let's just say I am a copywriter, and that's my area of expertise, and I write copy for all different professionals. But what I'm not strong in, let's say, is resume writing. So I could partner with someone who is an expert in resume writing and allow them to give something for free and have this link to an affiliate link where I would earn a percentage, they would earn a percentage, and a reader is thrilled because I've just introduced them to a trusted partner. You see how this could work? It's really powerful. Now, Lisa, there's a little bit of an echo. Is there? Is your mic on?
I can mute.
Yeah, I think that would help. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay, so here's Money Booster number 2. This is, I touched on this. This is about creating loyal book ambassadors. So I showed you an example of someone I featured in the book, and I mentioned earlier that I included 50 other videos from entrepreneurs in the book where they shared stories about their experiences. This is powerful, okay? Like nothing I have ever experienced before. Because when you include other people in the book, they are thrilled and excited, and they tell everybody they know. And you invite them to set up an affiliate link so that they're with Amazon, so they're earning a percentage on book sales as well. But what I've seen happen, and this is what happened with my book, is that it increased sales and engagement, and it went wild. And I had over 10,000 scans off of my QR codes in the first week of launch. And this is tied directly to hitting #1 on Amazon and leads to media opportunities. And what I found is TV producers, they don't have time to read your book, but let's say they decide, oh, we want to do a TV segment on, whatever subject it is, it's in your area of expertise. And they Google you, or they put in Amazon, and your book pops up, and then they're able to scan those codes and see you on video. It is phenomenal in terms of what can happen for you just by having, it's like you're multiplying yourself by having these book ambassadors. So I Googled my book, and I was floored because these were all images that I had never seen. And these are some of my book ambassadors. And many of my book ambassadors had sent me pictures and things of them, but these were all ones that I had never seen. And this is from Googling. And this is what I'm saying. They were so excited, and they were getting featured in their local TV shows and newspapers. And it was just phenomenal what happened for them as well. And of course, it's benefiting you because they're featured in your book. So they're mentioning the title of your book. Okay, Money Booster number 3. I can't express enough that this is like something you could do right after this webinar, and this is to sign up as an Amazon affiliate. Because when you are posting your book on social media, or you're posting your book on your website, it should always be attached to your affiliate link, because you will earn an additional 4% on every sale. Okay, that is incredible. It takes a couple minutes to fill it out. Then what happens once you fill it out, you type in your book title, you hit go, it brings it up, and it says get the link. That's it. That's how easy it is. And the thing that's really funny about this is that what I didn't realize is that Amazon considers that when someone clicks on your book and comes into Amazon using your affiliate link, Amazon considers that an open buying session, which means that anything that person buys, for having entered through Amazon through your link, you will get a percentage of sales. And this happened to me because I thought, what is this vacuum cleaner on my sales report? Because I didn't buy a vacuum cleaner. And then I learned that I earned a percentage on this vacuum cleaner because you earn on anything that people buy. Okay. And this is also, if you, as part of what you do, are recommending books or products to other people already as part of, and this is something that if you have clients or customers that you're communicating with and you're saying, oh, you've got to read this book, you can absolutely send your affiliate link because it's a win for everyone. You're recommending a great book. The author that wrote the book is benefiting and you're benefiting. So it's a win all the way around. Okay, money booster number 4. Lisa, this is the number 1 opportunity to drive sales that most authors miss. I cannot even express the importance of this over everything. So if you, especially with a Kindle book, because it's so easy, you can print this in your printed book, and I suggest that you do. However, in your Kindle book, it is amazing because Amazon has a look inside feature. So you, as the author, after the title page, should put an invitation to your readers right after the title page, even before your table of contents. Because if people click and look inside, they can see that you're giving away all these freebies, and I give 3 different freebies because I don't know which one is going to interest the reader. But of course, it all should be consistent with your topic of your book. And amazingly, Amazon allows these links to be live, and your readers can click on that and opt in for your freebies. And now you have them on your mailing list, and you can start to nurture that relationship with them. Hugely important.
That is so incredibly exciting, Tamara. I just love that tip. That alone is worth the hour that we're spending here for that one. I mean, all the tips are like this, but I just think that's so brilliant, and I don't see other people doing it.
No, I was thinking, me either. And of course, my authors now and my authors or my group are, going nuts and doing this, which is so exciting for me to see that people are doing it now. But, it used to be we'd put a little note at the back, of our book, and most people don't get there.
That's right.
And also, when people purchase your book on Amazon, Amazon is not sharing their names and emails. So this is one of the hottest tips ever, because you can get people to opt in, and then you can communicate with them. It's just, I get really excited about it. So I'm glad you are too.
Yeah.
Okay, another way, because Lisa and I were talking about, one of the things I teach is how do you make money beyond the book? And the reason why this is so important is because you have to have multiple streams of revenue to support many authors don't think of themselves as having an author business, but the reality is that you want to create these multiple streams of revenue to support what you're doing, because this will allow you to get your message out in a more powerful way, and it will lead to even more opportunities. So, and by the way, Lisa, you know this, but I was teaching last night at a university, and that came, by the way, from my book. Hard to imagine, but that opportunity came because they saw my book, they saw it hit #1, and then they invited me to be a guest speaker at the university.
That is so fantastic. And it looks like we have a question from Sherry about how do you get to request which pages of your book are shown on the look inside?
No, that's why you put it after your title page. Because if you look at all the look insides, they show the title page, they show your table of contents, and then they usually have a little a page or 2 more. So you don't get to. So what you do is you always put it after the title page. And people, I get so excited. They're opting in all the time for my freebies. And then, and because Amazon, all the links are live. And they may not even buy the book, but now I've got them on my list. You see how this works? It's pretty powerful. Okay, so I would love you to think about a membership site. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this does not have to be a bunch of extra work. You already are an expert. You already know the content. And this is a way for you to put your content into a membership site to make it easily accessible for people. So you can do things like do videos on Facebook Live and then save those videos into the members area. Or you can do other things, right? But it's repurposing the content. Now, you do want to do something special for your members, and this is something that I do, but let me just say this right here. If you're charging $27 for a monthly membership, if you have 100 people, that's $2,700 a month. Think about what that would do. I mean, that's just helpful, right? Wouldn't anyone like to have an extra $2,700 in your bank account? So I just want you to be thinking about repurposing your content for a membership site. And I want to tell you that, as I mentioned, I always put high value members only content in there. So you need to think about what would be special that would be truly helpful for your members. So for example, in my membership site area, I put the contact information for the book editors for like Oprah Magazine and other magazines. I also put the up-to-date editorial calendars. And I have things like, you know, the fill in the blank email template that you would send to the media. Why do I do this? Because this would be huge exposure for you. And most authors don't take advantage of editorial calendars. An editorial calendar, if you're unaware, is that magazines plan their magazine a year in advance. And so what you can do is you can identify where your book is a perfect fit for the, let's say for Oprah. So for example, you know, this person's book, 1,000 Ultimate Adventures. Well, January this year just happens to be the year of the adventure. My friend wrote this book, Feel Good Marriage, the breakthrough issue. Okay, so you read the themes, figure out where your book fits in, and then you can email the editor directly, right? You've got all the information. You email the editor and you say, hey, I think that my book is a perfect fit in your April issue about, you know, the breakthrough issue, and then you do a sentence or two about what your book is about. This is one of the most effective ways to get featured in magazines. So let's do a quick recap. And Money Booster number 1 was putting the affiliate links or sponsorship with QR codes in your printed books. And of course, they can just be links in your Kindle books. And then you're earning a percentage on other people's programs and products. Okay, Money Booster number 2 is creating loyal book ambassadors, because they're going to help you get the word out quickly about your book. And Money Booster number 3 is putting Amazon affiliates or signing up for an account, and anytime you post your book or other people's books, you're using your Amazon affiliate counts. Money Booster number 4 is prime real estate. After the title page, do this. I'm telling you, do this in your Kindle books. And Money Booster number 5 is consider doing a membership site, because you will then really, you'll be blown away at how quickly you can generate income. And Lisa, in just a minute, I'm going to talk about my hot money booster. That's a bonus booster, is how I made $14,000 extra cash in 72 hours. But if I may, I'd like to talk, just tell you about my program that's coming up.
Please do.
Okay, great. All right. So hopefully you're starting to see the possibilities from what we've shared so far. And you know, and Lisa knows very well, because she has clients who've gone through my programs before, that we have barely even scratched the surface of what's possible for you and your book, and generating lots of income in all different ways. And my training is an 8-week live course. It's online, just like this. And it starts on January 31st. Just really quickly, I'll just tell you about the different classes. So in class number 1, we're going to be talking about how to create a profitable platform to set you up for success. And in module number 2, and oh, let me just say one other thing about module number 1. It's really about establishing you as the go-to expert in your area of expertise. That is the goal, that you are the one. Remember, I want you to just be front and center. I want you to jump out and be the go-to expert. In class number 2, it's turning your readers into loyal fans. Well, how do you do that? You make your book interactive so that you make an impression and stand out from those 4,500 printed books daily on Amazon, right? Your book being interactive is going to get people to know and trust you, and they are going to want to sign up for every program you offer. Class number 3 is becoming an Amazon bestseller. I have 4 strategies for becoming an Amazon bestseller that I teach. I have used them all. They all work. And I've also had my Author to Income program participants have this success as well. So they've tried different tactics, these strategies, and they just work. Module number 4 is getting into the media spotlight. And this is really to give you an opportunity to shine, because as I mentioned, once you start making your book interactive, and TV producers and magazine editors, they are going to love you. And I teach you how to reach out, how to find their emails, and how to communicate with them so that they book you and then they ask you to be a repeat guest. I'm asked to come back on over and over again, and I teach you what you need to do so that you can have that success too. Okay, and now in the remaining 4 classes, I teach you how to set yourself up for success with generating income. So as I mentioned, we barely even scratched the surface. There's only so much we can cover in 1 hour. Of course, Lisa, we could go on. I love this. But in module number 5, we really dig deeply. And I give you all different ways to generate income, and then you pick and choose the best strategies for you. And in module number 6, I teach you all different creative ways to market your business. And I teach you all these different tools that are easy to use and which are also cost effective. And most importantly, during my classes, I don't just tell you, I show you. So I'll open up the screen and I show you what I'm doing, and so that you can end the class and go and do this yourself. And not only that, of course, the replays are available 24/7, so you can go back and look. In module number 7, I talk about email automation and lead generation tools. I teach you about how to create funnels, marketing funnels that work. Very simple funnels. How do you get people from email to your website, to your book, to your pages, to all the things that you want to do? I teach you how to create those funnels and how to lead people into those funnels. Okay, in module number 8, I teach about social media. And Lisa, I know you know this already, but I always am learning the newest, hottest thing. So I teach you how to use Facebook Live. And now I'm even more excited because I teach you how to use BeLive TV, which is a way to do live streaming on Facebook Live from your computer, which is a lot easier than your phone. So I always teach you the latest and greatest, and that really is phenomenal in terms of getting exposure. Really quickly, I love this. Katie Anna Clark, she relaunched her book. And I love this because she said, I'm a believer. After months of my books collecting digital dust on Amazon, there was movement. Watching my 2 books go from 9,584 and 9,130 in death and grief category to #1 in 24 hours was the God shot I needed. I love that. And with Bridget, you mentioned Bridget. This was really exciting because, as you know, I have the tool that I'm giving you for free today, just for being here with me, is your author income generator tool. And it helps you map this out. So for Bridget, her goal was to fill her retreats. And that's exactly what we did. We set up her funnels, her video funnels, to go from her book. And she now is selling out her retreats. And what I love about her, what she said is, she said, I am not a technical whiz, but the power and simplicity of the program has made me feel liberated and victorious. I've never felt so excited about the potential for my book and business. Love that. And then Oprah magazine was featured one of my authors in August. This was really exciting because she took my April class and she was being featured in August. And she said, I'm following your step-by-step methods, and I just realized that every good thing that is happening with my book is linked to you. I hit #1 on Amazon with my launch and just found out I'll be featured in Oprah magazine in August. Your program is worth every penny. Pretty exciting. So this is, Lisa, what the offer is today for my class. Normally my class, as you know, is $19.97, and I'm offering it now as an early bird for $9.97. And this is for the 8-week course. I give you absolutely all the tools that you need, and I've also made it easy with an easy 5-pay option of $229.40. And you can go, and I'm going to tell you about the hot bonuses in just a second, but you can go to tamaramonosoff.com/live-class. Do you want me to type that in, Lisa?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And, I want to say I've been in these classes and was blown away, as always, by the information you share. So if people are seeing value today, you could just imagine the kind of value you're going to get in this program. It is such a bargain. You know, I see a lot of programs out there, and I think yours, Tamara, is not only like it really stands out for the quality and what you offer, but in addition, it's such an incredible bargain.
Thank you. Yeah, and you know how I teach. I am so excited, enthusiastic, and my goal is to truly help you succeed. Like I am in this with you, and I mean, live. I get so excited, Lisa, about all the new things too, and how to use it successfully. And my goal is always to make it super simple, so that you can just be up and running much more quickly than I was. So let me tell you about the bonuses. First of all, there's 8 weeks of live training. You have access to the video replays 24/7. And Lisa, let me just say this. I do not take the video replays away. Once you have the video replays, they are there for you. I don't just remove them or take them away. And you know this as well. After you sign up for my live class, you are invited in the future to any of my other Author to Income live trainings. You can come and jump in at any time. If you just need a dose of inspiration, if you need new information, because I'm always updating my classes so that they're up to date, and if you just need to ask questions. So that's something that I wanted to let you know. And there's also fast action bonuses, which are awesome. So you can get 2 months free access to my Author Success Hub membership, where I just showed you the Oprah magazine and the other magazines that are there. And the best part about this is that I have amazing tools and resources in there, but I also have a green request button. Meaning, if there's a magazine, let's say you have something that is, you know, different. Maybe it's spirituality, and you want to get into Shambhala magazine or something, and it's not there. You can put a request in, and I will have my team find the book editor, get the email, and get you all hooked up so you can present your book to the magazine. So just saying that you have that access. I also have a new digital workbook to follow the course. I'm really excited about this. And a master. Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Wow, that's huge.
It's huge. Actually, I'm getting a huge response from my past students, because I just sent this out saying, hey, here's the workbook. And they're like, oh my gosh. So now you get to keep notes while I'm teaching. So you have everything in one place. And I created a master cheat sheet. So every resource that we discuss through the 8 weeks is organized by week. And I've listed the resource on the website. So everything is all buttoned up for you. I also have the video script template to introduce your book. I know that for many of us, we get scared. How am I going to introduce my book? Of course, we're living and breathing our book, but when it's time to introduce our book on video, it's like, what do I say? And I have a really simple, easy template for you to just plug in your book title, plug in a sentence about what your book's about, and I have prompting questions for you. So you fill this out literally in about 10 minutes, and you are good to go for your video script. It is awesome. And then, as I mentioned, you're going to get the author income generator planning template, the countdown to book launch or relaunch template. This maps it out from 3 months to launch. What do you need to be doing working backwards from 3 months to launch? Okay, so also my Author Income private Facebook group. And Lisa, you know, this is like my favorite. I just love my group. And this is because everyone, isn't it a supportive, wonderful environment in there?
It is, and you bring so much to that. So I really don't participate that much on Facebook groups. And that's the one group that I see something in my Facebook feed and I go right there to that group because I know there's going to be exciting things there. And some of my clients, you know, are in that group and I can see what they're up to because that's the place that they're sharing. That's their community. They found so much support there. And, you know, that's where they share. This is what I'm thinking of. Here's the title I'm thinking of. And there's a lot of exciting support and interaction and ideas and brainstorming going on. So it's a very, very engaged group.
It is. And, you know, also what I love is that it's safe. You know, because some people are posting or creating videos for the first time to put in their book, and it's like, hey, would you mind taking a look? I don't have any makeup on, but can you, you know, is what I'm saying okay? You know, and everybody's jumping in and just being so loving and supportive. So I'm so glad that you love it too. And then finally, this is something new, Lisa, that I am giving your group for free. This is my self-publishing success secrets, and this is where what I did just over the holidays, so no one has seen this. This is where I realized there's this gap, like how do I get my book onto Amazon? So I actually record my screen and show you how to upload your book to Amazon. I teach you how to upload your book to Kindle. I teach you how to select your categories, do your pricing, all of those things, and I show you on my screen.
Wow.
So awesome course. It's on my website now for $4.97. I'm going to give that as a bonus for signing up today. So, and the last thing is that I have a coffee call, which means that you are absolutely not alone. I mean, I'm very active in the Facebook group, but I also once a month have a call where people come in, authors come in, and actually it's not a call. I do it on Zoom. And so we can have face-to-face interaction. You can ask me any questions about anything to do with your author business, and I am on there with you every month answering those. So that's an additional bonus. So that is it. So shall we? Oh, if you go to this page, you're going to see this is where you sign up. So if you go to tamaramonosoff.com life-class, and I put that in the right there in the chat as well, then you can just click on this button and get signed up, and you'll get all of the bonuses, all the fast action bonuses, everything, the course, the self-publishing success secrets course, everything that I've mentioned, you will get immediately. And if you have any questions, you can certainly email me directly, and that's my email, tamara@tamaramonosoff.com. Lisa, do you want me to put that quickly into the chat?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. And then we're going to
it is such an incredible opportunity. So I encourage people who are thinking about it, absolutely talk to Tamara if you have questions, email her. She's so accessible. And as I said, my clients have had enormous success with this, and I've been telling a lot of clients about this. I'm so excited to be an affiliate because of what I've seen this class do for my clients and also for other people in the class.
Yay. Thanks so much, Lisa. So let's do this. I want to make sure to get to the bonus money booster.
Great.
Before I do, I do want to say one other quick thing. I forgot to say that there is a personal guarantee. I know that my students are getting amazing results, but I want you to know that there is absolutely no risk, because if you sign up and you aren't totally satisfied, you have a 30-day guarantee, a money back guarantee, and I don't ask you any questions about it. I just honor it. So I just want you to know that.
That's wonderful.
Okay, here we go. This is really interesting. I want you to give yourself the freedom to experiment. And this is what I did. So I had in one of my books, I had a chapter on, it was a book about how to bring a consumer product to market. And I had a chapter on how to sell to retail stores. And one of the things that I struggled with, because this was my business, I did a consumer product manufacturing business for over a decade. And one of the things I struggled with is finding the contact information for the retail buyers, the vice president of merchandising, the people who are making the decisions about putting products on store shelves. So it's very hard to find these people. So I thought, I don't have time to dig these names up, but I bet you my readers would be so grateful to have that list. And so what I did is I found the top retailers in the US, and it was top 150. And I went to Brickwork India, which is a reputable woman-owned company. They've been written up everywhere, won all types of global awards. And I thought, I'm going to do an experiment. I am going to ask them how much it would cost for them to find these contacts for me. And I gave them the list of retailers. And I said, I need not only the name of the retailer, the phone number, the address, I need the retail buyer and their contact information. And I said, how much would this cost? And they said $300. I thought, okay, what's the worst that could happen? The worst could happen is I'm going to lose $300, right? So I thought, this is going to be fun. I'm just going to put it out there. So they sent me back the list quickly, I might add. And I went through the list and cross-checked everything, and I was blown away by the quality. And then I posted it to the people who had purchased my book. And I said, hey, I thought this would be really helpful information and I told them what it was. And I charged $47 and I sold 298. In 72 hours, I earned $14,000.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I want you as authors thinking about, okay, I have this area of expertise. What is the information that my readers could really benefit from that I don't have time to do, that like really would help them? And think about maybe what you could do and really allow yourself to expand your thinking in this way, because this was really remarkable and absolutely doable. And I would be excited to hear you testing this out as well. So with that said, at least I'm open to answering any questions. And I will just put the slide back up just so people can have the link right here to sign up for the live class.
Great. So do we have any questions from the chat room? Or if somebody's just on the line, maybe they could, oh, they can't, can you open audio to people who were just called in or no?
No, it's
Okay.
just right here in the chat.
So people could type in the chat any questions.
And thank you for your lovely comments, Danette. I'm so generous. And Sherry, wow, this is amazing. Okay, thank you for your lovely comments. Oops, did I go off the slide? Sorry about that. There you go. Oops, my mouse is very sensitive. Are you there, Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a question just, to talk about the class is, you have some people who are just starting to think about a book, and, it can be helpful, I think, to work with you when they're getting started because it provides something of a framework. And then you also have people who are, oh, I hope okay, we're still here. I hope.
Yes, we are. We're good.
Okay. Sorry, I kept getting dropped because of my internet connection. So I got nervous again. But so you have people people who have finished their book, and then you may have people who've already published. So do you want to talk about the program and how it works for people in different stages of the book?
Yes. So I'm so glad you asked that question. It's a great question. I have people at all different stages, and it's really interesting because I have people who are just putting their book together and find this enormously helpful, because one of the tools, by the way, that I have in the members area is what I call my chapter video organizer. And what you do is you map out from the beginning, okay, here are my 10 chapters, and then you insert where you could put videos in the chapter. So if you're just starting out in your writing, it is amazing because you have an opportunity now to think, oh gosh, oh, and by the way, let me say this. You don't have to see this as something separate. Let's say you are, sharing information about, spirituality, and you're showing this meditation. You can then go on video and do the meditation. You see, so it can be the same content that's written and put it on video. And we are all different learners, and people like to digest information differently. So you have those different options. So I'm just saying this doesn't have to be a lot of extra work. But this is the thing. If you're writing your book, it's a perfect time. And I would say probably the majority of people in my class are relaunching because they didn't get the results that they were hoping for. They put their book out there, nothing happened. And so they're coming back and realizing, okay, wait a second, I need to think about things differently. How can I take my manuscript, and now how can I insert this interaction and this engagement right into my manuscript? So it's actually, I have all levels in my classes, and the content really supports wherever you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Bridget was relaunching, and I know Stephanie, we had worked on several drafts of her book, so she really had it written, but was now ready to publish, and you helped her both with this aspect of it, and then also with some of the ideas on publishing, I think, too.
Yes. Yeah, and so that's the thing, is it really doesn't matter where you are in the process, because what I teach you is applicable, and you can go in at any stage. And Also I just love the group, because every group I go through, I mean, everyone benefits from the questions. Even if you're a beginner and you hear a question from someone who is going back and relaunching, and they're asking probably more advanced questions, then that gets you as the beginner thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I want to create that for my book too. You see the advantage of that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it really is an opportunity, I think, just to take your manuscript to the next level. And frankly, if you're doing it for the first time, why not get it out there in a powerful way the first time, right? Rather than having to go back. And if you're relaunching, what a great opportunity for you to go back, and you can make some tweaks and maybe add to your book covers saying new enhanced version, 50 books included, 50 videos included. And so there's ways to spice things up to really give yourself an opportunity for a successful relaunch.
And Tamara, I love that idea of, relaunching with this new information too, because it says to me too, if you want to start with a few videos, launch your book and get it out there, but then come back with an enhanced version with more videos later, you can do that. And the other thing that was really exciting to me is I took your class and I was thinking about one book, but in watching this class now today, I realized, oh, wow, this other book I've been thinking about, I could use videos in this other way that I was sort of, I've been like thinking about this book and finding some certain challenges with it. And I was like, oh, the video just solved a bunch of challenges for me. It was like, oh, this is really going to work. So, that's another thing with taking the class over again. You'll be able to use it for multiple books. You'll be able to get new ideas that you just didn't think of the first time. And I see Danette's asking how long the offer is good for.
So why don't we do this, and I will extend it for your community. Why don't we say Sunday? How does that sound?
Yeah, that's wonderful. So you guys have till Sunday. And so if you have questions, absolutely email Tamara now so you can get that clarity by Sunday. And, if it's a question of getting that cash together, you can figure out how you're going to do that. Or you can see she's got that great easy pay 5-pay option as well.
Yes. And so thank you so much for having me, Lisa. And thank you all for joining in. And I hope that you can see what's possible for you, because it really is. So I just love it. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, good luck to everyone on their books and their businesses, and let us both know how we can support you.
Take
Have a
care,
great day.
everyone. Thanks
Bye.
so much. Bye.